My name is Maina. I'm the National Coordinator for the Biodiversity and Biosafety Association of Kenya, which is a member of the Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa. And I also sit in the Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa board. And we're happy to be here for this policymaker training on how to integrate agroecology into the NAPs and the NDCs. We work in Kenya. Biba Kenya is a network of 47 member organizations in the country. We work through our membership to support farmers at the local level. And so looking at some of the adaptation and mitigation measures at the local level, but also in terms of policies. For example, at the county level, which is like regional governments in the country, we have been working with various counties in the country. Like Murang'a County is the first county in Kenya with an agroecology policy and an act. We're also working in other counties like West Pokot, Makueni, to develop agroecology policies and strategies. At the national level, we are working through a multi-stakeholder platform called the Intersectoral Forum on Agrobiodiversity and Agroecology. That is almost this year. We hope to launch our national agroecology strategy in the country, which puts in place policies and measures on how to integrate agroecology and make it as one of the strategies to deal with the challenges of climate change. The achievements as like one in 2023, we launched the Murang'a County Agroecology policy. Some of the challenges that we have faced is in terms of resources. How do you raise the resources? In Murang'a, we already have a policy, but now are busy raising resources for the integration and ensuring that agroecology becomes a practice. The other challenges that we face out there are some of the co-option that's happening with some of the organizations on the ground who want to show that agroecology is about pushing for the use of synthetic pesticides and fertilizers. Yet we know agroecology pushes for a transition to more sustainable agricultural practices. And so to ensure that the language is clear, the practice and the movement building in terms of agroecology remains in place to ensure that our farmers transition into agroecology. There are resources to support them, because they say that agroecology can take 2 to 3 years for you to transition from conventional to agroecological. And our smallholder farmers may struggle with that. And so we are encouraging a step-by-step transition process. As the Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa, where we are members, one of our biggest agenda is to ensure that agroecology is accepted as part of the NAPs and the NDCs. And that is recognized as a way of also coping and supporting the transition and coping with the adapting and mitigating climate change. So that remains our key agenda, and we're happy here together with policymakers. We are strategizing on how to move towards agroecology. I think it is very important that Kenya and the nations in Africa recognize that it is high time we move away from dependence on synthetic fertilizers and toxic pesticides, which are killing our soils. They are leading to a lot of challenges like non-communicable diseases. The transition to agroecology will be a way to maintain our soils, to build our soils, to improve in terms of our quality of life and production of safe food. And so it is important that we all support a transition towards agroecology for the betterment of every individual in Africa, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, and indeed the whole of Africa.